Hey everyone, OniLink here, and welcome back to Okami, where last time we destroyed the twin demons Lechku and Nechku, and the Ark of Yamato was awakened. Kamui may be safe from the blizzard, but the Day of Darkness is still happening, and it seems all the evils of Nippon and Kamui are gathering here. On the side of the Ark, we have symbols for some familiar villains. The Spider Queen, Crimson Helm, Orochi, Blight, and Ninetails. And one more. A familiar symbol, in fact. But we will not be confronting the Ark of Yamato today, because there is still some last minute things that we need to do before we are ready to confront the end of the game. We still have 5 stray beads to get. 2 in Shinshu, 1 in Kamui, 1 in Yashpet, and 1 in Pongton. Starting out, now would probably be a good time to once again go over our bestiary, since we have found, I believe, effectively every enemy in the game at this point. We have the Great Tengu, formerly one who cloistered himself in the mountains for training. This fearsome creature is a tough foe and shouldn't be taken lightly. The Tengu masked bird often hides itself and should be stopped before it's showing its true form. It trains with water and ice to grow strong. True Orochi, no other monster inspires the awe that this giant serpent demands. It has 8 heads, 8 tails, terrifying red eyes burning with rage, and an underbelly scraped bloody and raw, all on a body large enough to grow trees on. This is the legendary Orochi, said to be fond of drink. Behold! Oh, Mountain, Row of Chi, Dark Spirits. Mountain of Dark Spirits, Orochi. I actually didn't know that's what Orochi meant. Is that true? I feel like that's probably true. I mean, I don't think the localizers would have fucked that up that badly. Nagi, legendary hero who, with Shiranui, defeated Orochi 100 years ago. His style was to act cowardly to fool his opponent, then strike. He epitomizes the saying, "A smart falcon hides his claws from view." Dogu, of all the odd clay figures in the land, the Dogu is the strangest. Fascinated people have speculated that they originated on the moon. They appear to possess life and are known as protectors. Some are controlled by good, and some by evil. There is a legend concerning a Dogu that went on a rampage, destroying village after village. A warrior who was able to defeat it with bravery and love. Next we have the golden demon Lechku. The meaning of Lechku's name has been long lost by the Oina tribe. He is said to be one half of a duo banished by the sun long ago. Songs and folktales tell of him, but no documentation exists. The Oina regard such tales as unclean and have banned them. And the silver demon Nechku, his existence is said to be linked closely with that of Lechku. Their names have roots in the ancient word Lechku Nechku. Some interpretations of this are: 1 counts time, 1 offers death, gears of the moon, and the key that holds the beginning. Next, we also have our final treasure in the treasure tome, the Emerald Tassels. The deep and rich emerald color lends a feeling of grace. We have now found every type of treasure in the game. So our treasure tome's complete. Our bestiary should be complete at this point. Our move list is done. Our fish tome has been done. Animal tome is done. Travel guide has been done for a bit. Yeah, we're very close to the end. Just got those stray beads left. Let's go take care of it. Our first destination is Saiyan City, where you'll notice that it is quite dark. Even after making it daytime. Even though it is daytime. The Day of Darkness has begun. The solar eclipse has begun, and Amaterasu's powers should be beginning to weaken soon. So we want to be careful and make sure we take care of this quickly. There's no actual hard time limit, but things are clearly getting dire. You have to help me out here, Mutt. It's so peaceful here now, it's like all the evil's gone for good. That means no one wants to buy anything from me anymore. You're my only customer now, Mutt. Alright, well, I'm good to hear that all the evil's gone, but the weapon dealer here in Saiyan City has a new weapon for us now that we've defeated Lechku and Lechku, the Tundra Beads. The ultimate rosary. This rosary gives us the power of ice. So now we have each of the ultimate weapons, and they all have elemental powers. Solar Flare gives us the power of fire whenever. We simply draw a line from our Solar Flare to imbue our brush with fire. The Tundra Beads give us ice, and the Thunder Edge give us lightning. With all of our ultimate weapons, we are now fully ready to take on whatever stands in our way. There is one more thing I want to take care of while we are here in Saiyan City. And that goal takes us over to the Emperor's Palace. I gotta say, it's very underwhelming getting the Tundra Beads just from a shop after defeating Lechku and Lechku. I think it would have been far better if we got the Tundra Beads for defeating Lechku and Lechku, and they could have found another place to put the Sun Fragment. But oh well, that's how they decided to do it. They probably didn't want the Solar Flare to feel like it was being upstaged. Anyways, coming here to the Emperor, we have a lot of Demon Fangs. It would not be a bad idea to just stock up on whatever you want with your many, many Demon Fangs. Okay, we'll go 20, no. Let's go 30 Traveler's Charms. And yeah, 14 Godly Charms. We'll likely be coming back because we're likely going to be getting more Demon Fangs. There's nothing else we can buy with Demon Fangs, and I'm not worried about Golden Peaches. We have 12, and I haven't died once so far, so I think we're gonna be fine. Anyways, that wraps up everything I wanted to do in Saiyan City. Mostly just wanted to get those Tundra Beads. And let's head onwards. You know, I'm realizing I never actually took a look at the top of the clock tower after we fixed it, and it does appear to be functioning. I'm curious what time that's in. Like, I'm curious if that's actually matching the in-game clock or not. Like, if I were to set it to nighttime. It really does. It really does match the in-game clock. Look at it go. Cool, I never actually checked that out and I felt bad about it, so good thing we gotta do that real quick. Our next goal takes us back to Kamui. Heading up towards Webkier. We're not gonna be heading into Webkier. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head up near the entrance and real quick, yeah. With a big bite out of the sun. It's not really visible from Nippon, but down up here in Kamui you can see it clearly. Anyways, up near the entrance to Webkier, we're gonna drop down to where a clover was found a while ago. And you remember I said I knew what was in this cracked wall in this waterfall, and how I deliberately avoided it. Well, if we head in here and break open this hard dig spot. Well, now doesn't this look familiar? Miasma in a pit. And we have a fight against another Bandit Spider. Let's do this. Third time? Same as the first two. Just hook on these Konohana blossoms so the hook's on its back. Don't get hit by those stalactites. When you have 3, it opens up, and we can just abuse our power slash to absolutely destroy it. Oh shit, please don't. Damn it. Oh, I thought it was actually going invulnerable. I thought I wasn't going to be able to finish it, but nope. We got it. One cycled it again. Alright, and in the chest we have the final sun fragment in the game. Finally, putting us at a full 20 solar energy. But of course you know it's not over. Wherever there's a Bandit Spider, there's one more trial to be had. Our final Devil Gate trial. This only becomes available once Lechku and Lechku are defeated and the Ark of Yamato has risen. So this is the only time in the game when you can do this. I will be showing off all 3 of the ultimate weapons throughout this. We're going to start with the Solar Flare for the first 3, the Thunder Edge for the middle 4, and finish with the Thunder Beads for the last 3. Gonna go ahead and use Traveler's Charms to get ourselves up to max godhood before we begin. And let's see, do I want to equip any of these? I think I'm good. Don't forget you have the wood mat. If you take a lot of damage and you don't want to waste your holy bones between fights, because those are more useful in fights. But if you're between fights and you've taken damage, don't forget you can use your wood mat to make a cash offering to heal yourself. After all, we don't have anything else to use our money for at this point. It's not a bad idea. But I think for now I'm going to put the fire tablet on in case any enemies decide to use fire against me. And I'll see you back in a bit. Gonna speed this up and do some post commentary while I take these on. So there's not too much new to say about our final Devil Gate trial. It's just going to be featuring Kamui's enemies, like the first one featured the Orochi Arc enemies, second one featured the Ryushima Arc enemies, this one's featuring our Kamui Arc enemies. So we've got a bunch of Namahages to start out with, not too difficult. As usual, their health has been massively buffed up. But that's about the only real change. It can definitely get a little bit difficult due to just how much health they have, but it's nothing you haven't dealt with before. But because this is the last one, it will be getting significantly tougher by the end. We're already done with the first wave, and we're moving on to wave 2, where we've got some igloo turtles popping in to have some fun. Sadly, with their 2 of them at once can be a little bit tricky, because if you don't get them both in the same spot, one of them will eventually jump in the air and cover the other one with ice projectiles, so it's really hard to take them one at a time. So if you can, try and get them together so you can stun them both at once and just prevent one of them from providing cover fire for the others. And if you can manage that, if you can manage the igloo turtles, this is a not too difficult fight. I took a little bit of a damage here. You will be seeing I did take a lot of damage throughout this Devil Gate trial. I'm not gonna lie, it does get tough. I'm going to be making heavy use of my prayer mat to recover health. For this one, we've got Bull Chargers. Not too difficult. Again, they're like the blue and red ogres on Oni Island. Just get behind them, attack them until they get stunned, and then you can use Power Slash to get rid of their mask, which leaves them completely exposed and vulnerable. And again, the only real difficulty here so far is the massively increased health. And having 2 at once makes it a lot easier for them to cover each other, which can be irritating. But it's Bull Chargers, it's not difficult by any means, though I did apparently really struggle to fight them quickly. Moving on, we also have the Kamiki Village 100 years ago enemies. We have all of the clay army enemies except for the clay flyers. The clay flyers do not show up here, so if you miss them, you cannot get them back into your bestiary here. There is a point later in the game where you can find the clay flyers again. Once we are beyond the points of no return, you'll be able to find, after doing certain things, after you've gotten all prepared for the final boss, you can revisit some areas. You'll see what I mean when we get there, but you'll be able to revisit some areas and find some demon scrolls, and one of them will have clay flyers in case you did miss clay flyers. So the clay army enemies aren't missable, but I still would recommend fighting them all while you're in the past. Okay, got ourselves all healed up, and we've got some clay shoguns. Because, yeah. They gotta throw everything at us. It's not too difficult to fight, just more clay enemies. Which are, again, just much stronger imps. Not the worst thing we've ever dealt with. And those money bonuses are absolutely absurd. Like, you can get 2 million plus yen out of this entire Devil Gate trial. We got some Dogus popping up here, but those are a required fight, so they're not missable from your bestiary. You fought them before. They're the same as usual. A lot more health, which makes them actually somewhat of a threat. Honestly, the only real trouble I had here was I focused on the Dogus because they are perceived to be the bigger threat, because they are. They're the most dangerous of the clay army. But while I was focusing on the Dogus, the clay enemies that showed up to support, like the clay soldiers and samurais, those guys got a little bit rude. They kept sneaking up behind the Dogus and getting cheap attacks in on me. Moving on to Wave 7, this is the last of the normal waves, and we just have a bunch of Great Tengus. And Great Tengus by themselves, not too bad. They're just blue Cyclopses again, but stronger. But when they're covering for each other like this, when you have multiple, they can get really irritating. So it's just a matter of managing your enemies. Again, it can be irritating. I think this is the wave I actually had the most difficulty with. But it's still manageable. It's absolutely manageable. And for the last 3 waves, this is where I recommend you use all of your combat items. Your vengeance slips, your exorcism slips, your sakes. Everything should be used here because we're fighting bosses again. We're fighting Waka, and we're fighting Evil Rao, and we're fighting one more which will be showing up later on. And of course, since we're fighting, they're bosses, so they're already quite tough. They're much stronger than they were before because they have so much more health. They've been scaled up with you. And you're fighting multiple at once? So this can definitely get overwhelming. Stock up on those Exorcism Slip L's in particular. They can give you a nice little boost of damage. Stock up on those Steel Fist Sakes and use them, because that can really make this fight go by a lot faster. It is absolutely worth it to dump your money into a merchant to make this fight go by easier, because it is so difficult and so long, just from how much they're throwing at you. Thankfully, it's not too many of the mini-bosses. It's 2 Wakas, 2 Raos in the first one, 2 Wakas, 3 Raos in the second, and this final wave coming up has 3 Nagis. You gotta fight Nagi again, 3 of him at once. And he has a lot of health. It's definitely a fight. It's a big fight that you gotta deal with. Any combat items you haven't used by wave 10, just use them. This is definitely where you want to go all out. All the items I've been stocking up on throughout the game, I save them for the Devil Gate trials for a reason, and this is where they're really gonna pay off. But we made it through pretty alright, took quite a bit of damage, and that's it. That's the end of our Devil Gate trials. That was long. I was not kidding when I mentioned an episode or so ago that you really want to stock up. Because I went through basically everything I had. I did definitely notice that the small exorcism slips are basically worthless now, but I went through so many items in that fight. Which is fully expected. That is a fucking marathon. But it gives us our 95th stray bead. And that is the last Devil Gate trial in the game. We're done. Thank God. Very fun challenges that they have, the Devil Gate trials, but they are very, very, very long. They are definitely a test of your endurance. Well, we're not done yet. There's still several more stray beads to go. Next up, we are going to be heading back into Yashpet because there are some stray beads we can get in this area. Starting off at the entrance to Yashpet. Someone's waiting for us. It's Kai. Don't mind me, just gonna make sure I'm healed up. Hey Kai, what's up? Amaterasu, what in the world are you doing here? Well, honestly, I knew you'd come back here. When we ran through the forest together before, I was really surprised to find that you could keep up with me. No one's even come close to beating me in a race before. Ever since that day, I've had this burning question in my head. Which one of us is the fastest? I'm absolutely desperate to know once and for all. And that's why you came here too, right? So, shall we race? Alright, we're gonna do it. We have a race with Kai, and we want to win this. Okay. We'll race through the forest to the clearing. Whoever gets there first is the winner. O spirits of the air, earth, and sea, bestow upon me your divine powers. And so we have a race through Yashpet. Thankfully, we've already cleared this area out, so it's just a matter of getting to the end. Do not need to worry about the time orbs. They're just going to slow us down trying to grab them. The key here is just to be faster than Kai. Okay, we're ahead. That's good. That's good. It shouldn't take nearly 5 minutes to get through this forest. If you're not going for all the extra stuff and you're just trying to rush through to the end. And remember, there are 3 sections. And also remember that the end of each area has a split in the road. It goes right, left, right. Okay, we just gotta get through before Kai and we'll be good. And I think we're well ahead of her at this point. So we can afford a mistake or two. Not that I'm intending to make a mistake, but a mistake or two is not gonna ruin us. Plus, all the cursed trees have been bloomed, so that's gonna make this much easier as well. I believe right here you can actually make a pretty big shortcut by... Oh no! Jumping over the ledges here instead of following the path down. Since the path is just curving around one straight shot. God, we left Kai in the dust. Okay, snowballs tend towards the outside of turns, so try to stick to the inside of turns. Yeah. That should... For most of those turns anyway, that should be a good trick to use. Though I guess this is roughly where the snowballs are starting, so it doesn't quite apply here. God, snowball, why? I have really got to stop crashing into those ice, blocks of ice. Okay, go. Please, Ami. And we should be coming up right on the end here. Got another shortcut here if we cut off to the right. And our end is just up ahead. I believe we have won. But that's not possible. I ran as fast as I could. How could you possibly have managed to get past me like that? I suppose this is what happens if you take on the great Amaterasu. Well, it's kind of a relief in a way. Ever since the first time I met you, the only thing on my mind has been which one of us can run faster. I was losing sleep wondering about that. Thanks for finally putting my mind at ease. Now I can see you off on your travels without a heavy heart. I'll be praying for you to have a safe journey. Here, take this. And we get another stray bead, putting us at 96. Next destination, Pongton. Not this place again. Boy, you're weird. Well, Furball, you gonna go in or what? Sorry, Isun, we're heading into Pongton. Then get in there and do what you gotta do already. I'm staying. Nothing's gonna change my mind. This slick helmet of mine could get ruined in such a gloomy place. Yeah, Isun, we all know the real reason. You just don't want to get yelled at by your grandpa. Alright, coming back into Pongton. There is some praise and a stray bead we can get here. And to get that, I believe first we want to head off to Ishaku's place. First off, hello there, guards. Hello, Wolf. Here to pay another visit to Ishaku? I'm assuming that means yes. He's been full of energy since your last visit. It's quite incredible. He even regained his eyesight. I'm sorry, how? How did he regain his eyesight? This village is blessed with light from luminous moss. That's why no one else has noticed, but I can feel it. The day of darkness is almost here. Don't look at me like that, Ami. Yes, you're right. I do have a grandson. His name is Isun. Even when he was small, he had the potential to surpass me. I expected a lot of him, so I trained him really hard. But it backfired and he ended up hating painting. I doubt he'd even pick up a brush nowadays. If you ever bump into him on your travels, please tell him that I'm praying for his happiness. And give him this. And we got another stray bead. That's all I can do for him now. But I love my grandson, more than anyone could ever know. Aww. I'm almost feeling a little emotional about this family. I mean, Isun's still a piece of shit, but like, yeah, you push your grandchild really hard with a specific goal in mind for them. That's generally not going to go over well with whatever child you're raising. Don't push it. I understand why, given the whole Celestial Envoy thing, but don't push your goddamn ideals onto your children, or your goals onto your children like that. That never ends well for anyone. Alright, that should be all we can do in Pongton. Let's get out of here if you're done. Alright, Isun, I understand you hate your family. I get it, but shut up. Alright, I think there should be an ultimate origin mirror this way, but it might make us go through the entirety of Inner Yashpet, and if it does, Yeah, I'm not doing that. Alright, in that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk on over to our next destination, where we can get the last few things. The last few things before it's time to head to the end. The end of all things. Returning to Shinshu Field, we're gonna be heading up to good old Tama's house once again. As, if you remember, he taught us Cherry Bomb, and he wasn't feeling too great a while ago, until we showed him the double Cherry Bombs, got his motivation back. But I wonder what he'll say if we can show him a triple, now that we have that ability. Hey there, Tom. Oh dear. It's no good. That doesn't do anything for me at all. It needs more bam bam bam. Needs more bam bam bam? Okay, I'll give you a triple. Oh, uh-oh. Wasn't supposed to blow up right away. Hey, god dang it, really? Please, Cherry Bombs, chill out. Okay, let's move over here so we're out of the way. Okay, getting a triple in this crowded room is going to be quite the struggle, it seems. Here we go. A triple. Whoa, was that a triple whammy? Unbelievable! It's coming back to me. I'm Tama. That's it, Tama the Flaming Pyrotechnist. Thanks, Pup. You've rekindled my fiery spirit. I want you to have this bead I found around here in return. There's another stray bead, putting us up to 98. Okay then, can't sit around here getting senile. I've got to come up with some ideas for next year's festival. Awesome. With that done, we're gonna move on to the final side quest in the game. This is something we could have started, I think, as soon as we finished Hana Valley, honestly. Like, the moment we finished Hana Valley, we should have been able to start this side quest. But you cannot complete it until after defeating Lechku and Nechku. Or until after you deliver Lika to Ezafuji so she can do the volcanic incantation, one of the two. Point is, there wasn't really a good time to do it, and you couldn't do it until Lechku and Nechku were dead. So now's the time to go meet up with the Nameless Man. This is the life, huh? It's great to be clutching my axe again. See this kiln, friend? It disappeared when the curse struck. My workshop is my pride and joy. I'm stoked to have it back. I'm actually an artist communing with nature on a deep level, man. I can hardly wait to start firing up some pots again. Earthenware's like a mirror into the soul, man. Whatever mood you're in, good or bad, it all comes out in the pots. Check this out, I just finished firing my first piece. The Azure Neck. I love flowers, single flower vases are my specialty. You can have it if you like it. Thank you. Now then, if we actually run around Shinshu Field, there should be a few spots where we can actually place these, this pottery he makes for us. So let's see if we can't find one of those spots. First up, if we come over to where the catwalk statue is, leading up to the path to Kamui, there's this hole in the wall that we blew up a while ago, and a little shrine. The shrine appreciates our offering, and let's head back to the Nameless Man. In order to get the next piece from the Nameless Man, we need to let it cycle one day, so casting Crescent and then Sunrise again should let him give us the next object. Still looking after that first vase I gave you, buddy? I've come up with one that's even better. Check it out, man! We got the Indigo Neck. My potter's intuition is starting to come back to me, man. You can have it if you like it. Not a problem. Oh, I didn't mean to grab you. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's go find where we can put this. The next spot we can place an offering is going to be over by the entrance to the moon cave. We're going to head off this way on this side of the ramp leading up. And we've got a little shrine right here. Enjoy your flower. Alright, our next vase from the Nameless Man is going to be the White Connoisseur Returns. Don't worry, just a nickname I cooked up for you, man. Look, I've just finished my third piece. We got the Rust Neck. See that sober shading? An expert like you knows what it means, huh? We're two of a kind, you and me. Here, take it. Alright, and actually this next, the next shrine that we're going to be delivering to is really, really close by. Literally right over here. Nice! Alright, let's cycle the day again. And let's go grab our next pot to deliver. Hello? Come on? We're gonna make the sunrise or what? There we go. Hello there, Nameless Man. Hey, White Connoisseur. Your nose never lets you down, huh? You're just in time to check out my fourth masterpiece, man. We got the Auburn Neck. Getting the color just right was a challenge even for me. Go ahead, take it. Do with it what nature tells you to. Alright, let's go find a spot to deliver it. The next shrine we're going to be offering to is going to be on this hill leading up towards the dojo over there. And just one more vase left to deliver. And the final vase has been made. Hello, Nameless Man. Are you okay? You're not even chopping wood today. Hey, is that... Can it be? Yeah, it's him. It's that guy. Hey! Like, don't be so loud, man. No need to disrupt nature's harmony with a loud voice. You don't need to squeal like a rat for me to hear you. Did he just call me a rat? Hey, at least you're not being called a bug. Still, getting excited about my next masterpiece is only natural. And so now... allow me to unveil my greatest creation. The Pure Neck. Well, see the irresistible charm of its naive simplicity? It's so great, like, I don't even know what to do with it. Here, White Connoisseur, you look after it. Alright, let's go deliver this final vase. And the final vase can be delivered by heading out to where the moon cave used to be. You'll note that as we head through the arch, we do not load into a new area anymore, as the moon cave is gone entirely, and in its place is a simple shrine. And that's the last delivery. Let's head back to the Nameless Man. Well, hello there, Nameless Man. What are you up to? Now that I've delivered all of your vases. So how's my best ever vase doing, White Connoisseur? I guess I shouldn't bother asking, huh? I'm sure you found the perfect place for it, friend. Let me give you something to say thanks. And we get the 99th stray bead. It's trippy, man. You know, I'm not sure that vase was even real. I don't think I have what it takes to make another like that. The lifestyle of a master potter isn't an easy one, man. But that's exactly why I became one. The real challenge has, like, only just started. Back to work. Alright. And with that, that is 99 stray beads. We have a full list. And with everything done, well, yeah, basically everything done, there's only one last stop we need to make before we head on to the Ark of Yamato. It's time to head back for one last visit to Kamiki Village, where it all began. And returning all the way back to the Konohana tree, we have one last fruit that I never harvested. A reward for restoring Kamui. We got a silver pocket watch. And with that, next time on Okami, all that remains is to return to Kamui and enter the Ark of Yamato. All the evil of Nippon has been gathering there. I haven't even noticed demon scrolls while I've been out and about. Well, wait, it's possible I just wasn't paying attention, actually, to be completely honest. But at the very least, the humans are definitely noticing the sudden lack of evil in the world. I believe it was even mentioned in Saiyan City while we were there. People are noticing the world is healing, but it's all gathering in Kamui. So next time, we're heading to the Ark of Yamato to take care of the evil in this land once and for all. I'll see everyone next time.